Okay, time for another video, I guess. This time I'm going to discuss in detail my opinion on religion in general. Way back in humanity's history, human beings were ignorant of the universe and how it worked, and thus chose to create stories of how things worked using myth and legend and some entertainment value, I guess. There were many different stories explaining the universe's laws, from Greek gods to Roman gods to paganism to Christianity. None of these stories have any evidence or any reason that will lead us to believe they're true. But because people are naturally afraid of the unknown, they immediately gravitated to the idea of being loved and having an afterlife, and taught their kids of the amazingness that is religion, who taught their kids, and now, in a society that understands how the world works more than ever, people still latch onto the idea of the omnipotent master of the universe, including reasonably smart, civilized people. I believe the reason people latch on to religious ideas is, well, there's various reasons, and I'll talk about some of them. One is tradition. Many families, including mine, are very traditional in that they have dinner together and shit like that, and before dinner they pray and stuff. And on Sundays they go to church and stuff. And it's hard to remove yourself from tradition, especially when you're threatened with eternal torture upon abandoning the religion. Another reason is ignorance. Whether or not it's willful ignorance is another story, but people, especially in America, are so fucking ignorant. It's unbelievable. It may be because we don't have a great education system, or maybe people are unwillful of learning. I don't fucking know how, but it drives me fucking insane. Another reason is the fact that it's hard to comprehend the fact that if you go back far enough, we come from nothing. I know, it's fucking crazy to think about, but it's the best answer scientists have at this point in time. It's certainly more reasonable than thinking a fully conscious God created us, as it immediately raises the question of who created God. If you say he's always been, then think about this mindfuck. If he existed for an eternity, which is an infinite amount of time, before creating us, which would have to be because he has always been, then wouldn't he never create us? Because he would not create us for an infinite amount of time, and an infinite amount of time is forever, so he could never reach the time because the time would never be able to get there. It's hard to think about, but try. Okay, the last reason for people being religious is the fact that pre-existing religious people use fear to acquire converts, fear of eternal hellfire in particular, and people figure, hey, might as well believe and be wrong than not believe and be right. This is a stupid thought process for multiple reasons. Firstly, you could easily turn it on the Christian, which is the example of a religious person I've been using throughout this video just for clarification, but yeah. You could easily turn it back on the Christian and say, what if you're wrong? What if Islam is the correct religion? What if Scientology or Mormonism or Hinduism or some obscure religion or even a different denomination of Christianity is correct? What then? Also, you should never believe an unfalsifiable hypothesis in the first place, even if the disbelief supposedly has negative connotations. I can create an unfalsifiable hypothesis just as valid as Christianity right now. Let's see, a giant purple lamp created the universe, and if you don't own a giant purple lamp in his honor, you will be eternally castrated upon death. See? Simple. Both hypotheses, whatever, have the same exact amount of evidence to support them, and both sound equally ridiculous. Even if there were a ton of contradictions in my giant purple lamp theory, it would still be just as valid as Christianity because Christianity has a ton of contradictions. And if you don't believe me, I'll probably make a video on it eventually, or you could probably find some online or something. I don't know. But okay, this nearly touches the surface of my opinion on religion, but I'll get to the rest of them in future videos, uh, including the contradicting one, probably, including horrible morality of God. I don't know, I'm just listing things, but if you disagree or want me to expand on something I said, or even just want to argue, feel free to comment, and I will write back. I am the Secularist Mastermind, and thanks.